Alright, so this was my very first base, and this right here, this little area here, it started off as a small cave, and I believe I found iron or something, and I just decided to put some chests down in here, and it turned into what it is now. And so it was originally just this area here I'm standing, just that. This I expanded into later. This roof here, this roof was inspired by the YouTuber which I watched when I was learning the game, and he made a series called X's Adventures in Minecraft. And in that series, he had a base and he built a sunroof in his, and I thought it was cool. I thought it was really nice, and I decided to replicate it here. But his was a bit bigger, mine is just a bit smaller. And this window here, I'm pretty sure I have more over here as well. But I remember I put this in just because I thought it looked nice. Back in these old versions of Minecraft, which I think we're in 1.1 right now, squid just used to spawn, or they used to swim in the water, and eventually they would make it to this window here, and they'll just like glitch through, like their legs would come out, they'll just like spin all around, and I thought it was hilarious back then. Like 9-year-old me thought it was the funniest thing, and I used to like spam the screenshot button like this, or just like spam it, and you'd see like 10 of those saved screenshots just on each screenshot because I was taking so many. Because I found it so funny, I decided to add some more over here. I actually don't mind this one here because you're sort of under the water instead of just looking into the water. But there definitely could be a bit better. If we continue this way, we've got a little door here. I don't know, I think I was just messing around with pressure plates. This is when I discovered dispensers. I didn't really know what to do with them, so I just put some cobble in them. And here's a little bit more storage over here, some more furnaces, nice window. And one thing, which when I was looking through this world before I did the video, I really like this window here. Like, it just gives you a nice view. I would honestly make it a bit longer now, like extend it up to here. But this is probably one of the things I'm most proud of with this base. Like, I don't know, this window just looks so nice. Alright, so this right here is the living room I built. And this was built a few days after I built the bulk of my base over here. And I think my plan to this area was to make it a bit bigger and more open and more spacious. Although I don't know too much what I was going to do with this space, because all I've got here is a chest and some beds, nothing else I can actually use. You can see that I tried to build it sort of like a real life living room. Like, I have chairs, tables, all sorts, like home sweet home sign here. These are off-centered, that's pretty annoying. I don't know what the point of these two beds were. This one's fine, but I'm not too sure what the point of the floating bed was. I think it was just to sort of look like a bunk bed, I believe, but it doesn't look too good when it's just floating. You can see I added another sunroof here, another one of these windows, and I even made like a mine over here, strip mine. There's probably another one over there, but we'll come back over there later because there's something interesting I want to show. And I guess this is the bulk of my base. I mean, I didn't I didn't go too far with it because I didn't really need the space at the time. You can see that I don't really have too much in terms of resources. At that time, I thought it was a decent amount. This looks to be my very first wheat farm I built. And I'm pretty sure one of my friends at school told me about this. I didn't actually learn it from a video. And when I first built it, I thought it was awesome watching the crops grow and like checking every like few minutes, coming and harvesting them when they were ready. I thought it was really fun, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure I got bored of it after 2 or 3 days. And eventually, you can see how small this farm is, and also off-centered. There's 4 over here, only like 3 long over here. After a few days, I guess I ran out, or I needed more food because I started planting wheat on the top of my base here because I needed more space. This day, if I wanted to plant lots of sugarcane, I'll probably do the same thing where I just build out onto a river or a lake or open area with water, place blocks, and then just put sugarcane everywhere. I'd do the same stuff to this day. So it's interesting to see how that's carried over. This right here is my first house, I guess you could say. The first house I ever built. And I wasn't the best at it, as you can see. And even to this day, I don't really build many houses whenever I build bases. Like, even to this day, I always build within caves, within mountains, just within the landscape. I never just build flat on the ground houses like this. But if we go inside, you'll see it's quite small. One could say cozy though. Just a little crafting bench here, I guess. I didn't put any storage here because I don't think I ever really, after I built it, I didn't really like it, so I didn't really want to use it. And I built a little second layer here, which I don't even mind. Like, this is nice. You got some bookshelves with some detail here. The only thing problem I had with it is it's very small. I'm not too sure. I think I just built it for fun. I didn't really want to use it, even though I spent so many bricks on it, because bricks are quite annoying to get back then. You need a lot of clay and stuff. But I'm not too proud of this, to be honest. The inside's not horrible. It's not great, but I really just like this like alternating layer thing here. It just doesn't look that nice, especially vertically. I think horizontally, I mean, I think we'd be better off if I did it like 2 layers of cobblestone, then 2 layers of brick or something. Even that wouldn't look that great, but it would still look better. We come over here. We got my fishing lake. Yes, this is when I discovered fishing. Oh, it's becoming night. Oh, so for this video, I downloaded a mod called Single Player Commands, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you older players will remember. It's basically the equivalent of open to land, but back before it existed, so there's no open to land here. And like I was saying, the fishing lake. When I discovered fishing, I thought that if you throw the thing, whatever it's called, deeper into deeper water like we have here, you had a higher chance of catching fish. So I always used to fish over here because where it was deeper. If you look over here, it's like only 1 block deep. I'm pretty sure that's not true, but I didn't know that at the time, so I just always fished over here. And I actually enjoyed fishing for quite a while. Like today, I find fishing the most boring thing ever, but I used to enjoy it for quite a while back then. Alright, so here are my chickens. So a story about this world: when I first generated in beta 1.8.1, grass like this color, which is from a swamp, didn't exist. And I'm pretty sure the swamp biome was initially added in 1.0, so one version after I generated this world. And I had a bunch of animals back in beta 1.8.1, pigs, cows, sheep, everything. They all used to be around here, and I killed quite a few of them for food back then. I didn't know you could breed them either, and I was very careless. Like, I just killed them without thinking, oh, maybe I'll run out. But eventually, I'm pretty sure I did run out. And even though that new mobs can spawn on grass, I'm pretty sure the rate at which they spawn is much lower, or just isn't that great in swamps. At least back in this version. So I had no animals around. You know, it made me feel pretty lonely, to be honest. Like, I'd just walk out here and there'd be nothing, like just me, myself. But I quickly googled and I figured out that I had a few eggs in my chest, and from that I managed to get at least 2 chickens in here, and I just bred them up. Right here's a grave for one of my chickens, I guess. I don't really know. Well, I don't remember what happened here. The grave's a bit big for a chicken, though, I'll tell you that. What's over here? I think it's a little bridge I built over these caves, which I never explored. Alright, you know what? Let's go up this little tower I built. Because I reckon I had a blast building this. I remember it was so much fun. I was like building it up and I was like, oh, I can't wait to ride the minecart down. Here it is. So exciting. How's it work? Oh no, you can't. I'm trying to go forwards. Doesn't seem to be working. I can't get out either. How are you supposed to get out of these? Oh, you just break them, I guess. Yeah, alright. Okay, there we go. You can see a nice little fun roller coaster here, and then we end up right down here near my wheat farm just over there. And this right here was my secret entrance to my base, which I built. Well, not really a secret entrance, but second entrance, I guess. So as we walk through here, we're going underwater here. And how long is this? I can't remember. Alright, here's the ladder. We go up here. You see that that's my base over there, and there's a little secret entrance, or second entrance, to my living room here. And I thought this was cool at the time. I thought this was really, really cool. Somewhere around here, I had a little tree house I built. It wasn't too fancy, but it was just... Ah, here it is, here it is. Alright, you can see I built a nice little dirt pillar up. I'm not sure I used dirt. This tree floating. Oh, I don't even know what's going on with this tree, but I built a dirt pillar up. And here is my treehouse in all of its glory. And I'm pretty sure that I didn't know how to get leaves back then. Like, and you could make shears, but I didn't know you could use shears on leaves to like collect them. So I just built this out of dirt because I thought, oh, the leaf disappeared, I can't get them back. And what's the next most natural looking block? And I guess dirt was the first thing that came to my mind. So here we are in this nice dirt treehouse. Alright, so here we are in a newer version of the game. We're in 1.14.4, and it looks like my actual inventory, which I had from back then, for some reason when I opened it in version 1.1 it deleted, but in the newer versions it seems to be able to recover it. And this is what my inventory looked like back then. I mean, God, it is very disorganized and messy, and I don't know. I have plenty of iron ingots, but I'm using stone tools for some reason. I'm carrying a stone hoe with me, 2 stone shovels, 2 iron swords, I guess, and just so much junk all over. Like, why do I have 2 bone meal here? Whatever, who knows? My inventory was a mess back then, but the main reason I want to go into this version is so we can go and have a look at the caves which I explored back then. And alright, let's go down here. Ah yes, I remember these caves. They were absolutely huge. You don't see caves like this anymore. Like, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that in 1.6.4 they changed the way caves generate, and you can't get nearly as big or interesting caves like I had here. But right here, I think it was like around here, maybe this block here or something. That's where I found my first ever diamond door, and then I died with it. There used to be lava right here, and as I was trying to leave, I died with it. And I made a whole video about that, recreating how I found the diamonds and lost them. I did lots of cinematics and stuff. Here is where I found my other 6 diamonds, which I have now. It was like this, all 6 of them just in the line there. Oh look, there's some, yeah, I never explored this one, there's more diamonds over here. But yeah, like I was saying, I was new to the game at the time, and I didn't know that the F3 menu worked, I didn't know how coordinates worked, I didn't really know too much about the game. Full stop. And I would be terrified of getting lost. Like, if I got lost, I could not find my way home. Like, the only way to get back from was to die. I didn't want to lose my gear, so I didn't do that. Even above ground, I didn't explore that far. Like, I think I only went 200 blocks in each direction. That's the first I went. Because I was afraid of getting lost, and I wouldn't find my way home. I had a terrible sense of direction. I didn't really know the landscape around me well. I was afraid of getting lost. And the same went for underground. And it didn't help that this cave system was so massive and expansive. Yeah, it did not help that this cave system was so massive and expansive. Like, look at this. If we go up a bit higher to get a nice view. Look at these caves. Like, you would never see something like this day. Look at this whole big unexplored area over here, which I never got to because I was just too afraid of getting lost. But yeah, you would never find caves like this these days. This is just unbelievable. Like, I'm so disappointed that you can't find caves like this, because I know that if I played today with caves like this, I would have a blast exploring the whole thing. Like, look at this. Look right here. You got one cave here, another cave down here. You got like 4 caves intersecting with one over here. You got like 4 caves intersecting with one over here again. Like, it's crazy how like big and expansive and just unique the caves were back then. And it's just something that you wouldn't see today. If you look from above a high perspective, you can see that the area I explored is tiny. Like, look how much caves I didn't explore. I used to love strip mining, so you can see quite a few of my strip mines here. And I'm laughing about this now because I didn't realize how close they were in the first place. Like, this is a very inefficient way to strip mine, just mining super close to each other. After this world, I started playing on a creative world, which I like built a lot in, actually, now that I think back of it. Me and my brother built a lot in. And I'll probably do a world tour of that as well, because there are so many things I built in that world. I built like pixel art, I built like huge, like long roller coasters, and there's a bunch of really, really cool things. Yeah, so that's gonna wrap up my base tour. I hope you guys enjoyed, and join my Discord.